I'm MarciaKalb. I was born and brought up in Kalamazoo. Born, incidentally, in 1926. Needless to say, I've seen some changes in Kalamazoo, but it's always been a pleasant place to live, grow up, and raise children. I mean, there were places, i.e. the Kalamazoo Country Club, the Gull Lake Country Club, and the Park Club. We knew our place. You were not allowed at a time. People didn't go there. Other people we knew went there, but we did not. I was right here in my hometown when I was 24 and 25. This was 1950. Oh, at that time, it was worth your life to get a place to stay. It was still war shortages and so forth and so on. And finally, this lovely Westnedge Hill apartment begun to be built and publicized. You know, it would be ready in a few months. It was in the process of being built, but we were able to pick where it was. So one night, my husband comes home, and he said, I went by the apartment to see how it's going. And he says, there were curtains in our window. And that's very strange. Why would they have curtains in our window? Well, we went back and we said, why are there curtains in this window? Well, it's been rented. Well, but we have money down. Well, we found out that you were Jewish, and we do not intend to rent to Jewish people. And this was in 1950. So there was and the organization still exists. It's called the Anti-Defamation League. But they had an office in Detroit, and the man came down immediately, and they found that the whole Westnedge Hill Apartments was based on a government-guaranteed loan. And they were in pretty big trouble. And there was a man in town who was a prominent social science professor, Western, Willis Dunbar, his name was. But he had a radio program, and then he even went on to television. Anyway, they said, listen to his program, and he's got something to say. And he says, today, I'm very ashamed of being a Kalamazooan. Two young people, one a woman who was born and brought up in this town, and one a man who spent 4.5 years in service to his country overseas and were denied living space because they are of their religious persuasion. And then, of course, things just began happening very fast. They couldn't do anything fast enough. Tell us wherever you want. Well, we didn't see. And you know what I said? That's how smart I was. I'm not going there. I was very pregnant and very doted and everything. We thought was wonderful. I was getting my way. I said, I'm not going there. And of course they said, forget it, because if you don't, it'll be all for nothing. It will be a tempest in a teapot, and it will be like nothing ever happened. You must. And I did. You know, the war gave a shot in the arm to practically all businesses, and here they were collecting scrap and stuff from factories. There were a lot of factories in Kalamazoo, a lot of paper mills. It was a good war. Everybody was happy to be in that war, and we were chasing Hitler and everybody else. But it takes a good war, to give the economy a shot in the arm, and then they start building ships and tanks and airplanes, and then so the scrap business was going well then too. Well, I mean, this was a universal thing. You didn't just have somebody here and somebody here. It was a draft. These guys, I mean, and the point is that most of them wanted to go. They felt they were saving the world. But, I mean, it was just every family that had somebody that was older than 18 and younger than maybe... I remember being in Central High School one day, and who walks in? My father. He had to register for the draft. I mean, they had men registering until they were maybe 45 or 50 years old. He had been a veteran of World War I. He was in the Navy.